European Utility Week kicks off in Vienna on Tuesday morning. It's Sunday evening here and I'm in Guangzhou waiting to board a flight heading back towards Vienna, so to be there for Tuesday morning. Now, European Utility Week has a pretty packed agenda for the entire 3 days. But there's 4 things I'll be keeping an eye out for. The first one again is around new technologies. Now, be it augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality now, drones, artificial intelligence, blockchain, 5G. We've been talking about these things for many years. So I'd be curious to see what people are actually starting to deploy. Now, what's being used in the real world. And also what kind of new technologies are coming, because a lot of these technologies like blockchain, like augmented reality, they're still evolving, right? They're version 1.0, 2.0. And when it comes to blockchain, blockchain is just one technology component, if you like, of what people are calling Web 3.0. All these new paradigms and new programming models for the future internet. So Web 3.0 is coming at us as well, so I'd be interested to see what's going on there. The second one is around digital maps. Now, what I mean by digital maps, and some people call them 3D maps and 3D geospatial. Well, imagine once people start using 3D cameras, 360 cameras, you walk around with an augmented reality headset. We have drones flying around gathering data, but we'll also have crawlers and robots and autonomous vehicles all out and about. Everybody's collecting data. We've started bringing data back from drones or use with augmented reality and integrating that into the back-end systems. But what happens when you have all these other devices all creating and consuming data in real time? And you start taking all of your back-end GIS systems, asset management systems, mapping, orthomosaics, LiDAR models and whatever, and building it into one massive digital map. It's almost like a digital twin of your utility. Now, that's not going to happen next week, but people are starting to talk about this, so curious to see what's going on there. The third one is around the future of work. And what I mean by that is that once we do have augmented reality used in the mainstream, and you have technologies like the 5G comes online, you have everything to do with augmented reality, artificial intelligence, etc., etc. As we all know with many years, the skill sets we'll need in the workforce are changing. So how do we keep the skill sets we have? How do we attract the new talent? And what's going on? What are companies doing to attract new talent? Now, there's a bunch of sessions at the event around the millennials and new work paradigms. So what are the HR departments doing? What are people doing to attract talent? Because we're not just competing with each other in the energy industry anymore, you're competing with everybody else. And how are we addressing diversity? So I'll be curious to see people's opinions on how we're doing. There's a lot of presentations about how well we're doing, but are we doing that well? So let's find out. And the fourth one is around the chemistryization of energy. Now hang on, I know chemistryization may not even be a word, but bear with me. We've been talking for years about the digitization of energy, and that's the world that I normally live in. But if you look at the last number of years, in oil and gas, chemistry has always played a massive role. Let's face it, everything to do with refining, and a lot of that is based on chemistry. But in the energy side of the house, there wasn't that much. But there is now. If you look at all of the new materials that are being used in wind turbines, solar panels, even in turbines and boilers, there's lots of new materials coming online that are more efficient, they're lighter, they're better maintenance, you name it. That's all based on chemistry. So it's new materials based on chemistry. You then start looking at the storage market. Look at the amount of, let's say, new technology coming into the battery space using different elements, or using elements we used before but with different chemistry. Be it converting energy to hydrogen, ammonia, all of the things that are going on in flow batteries, in lithium ion, and lithium ion mixed with other elements. So the amount of chemistry that's being used in the energy industry today is pretty impressive. So again, let's see what's going on with chemistry there. So there are 4 things. If you find any of these things interesting, or you completely disagree with anything I'm saying, hey, track me down at European Utility Week and we can have a chat. See you there.